Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome to our brand new Madden 25 online CFM series. We are taking the Arizona Cardinals and looking to build them from the ground up. We have joined TDBarrett's online CFM. You guys know who TDBarrett is, popular Madden YouTuber. He's been running these online CFMs for years. He has a core group of guys that he runs the CFMs with, and he shot me out the invite a couple of weeks ago. He said, hey man, feel free to join. And I was like, you know what? This sounds like fun. Why not? We've been running one online CFM for years in PML, and why not add to that repertoire? Now, I had no idea what I was getting myself into, but we'll talk more about that when we get into the gameplay, when we get our week 1 matchup against the Buffalo Bills underway. For now, let's do a quick roster breakdown. Let's talk about the team we are inheriting and what we want to do with this roster. So, the Arizona Cardinals are obviously one of the worst teams overall-wise. I believe they're the second lowest to my New York Giants. At the quarterback position, Kyler Murray, he kind of weighs that overall down, but Kyler's actually one of the best players on this team, and he better be because he's making a lot of money to be a good player. So, is Kyler overpaid in this game? I don't know, because honestly, we could do a lot worse at the quarterback position, and Kyler Murray is the least of our worries. So, you know what? I'm alright with Kyler. We're going to rock with Kyler for as long as it may be. Could we get a rookie quarterback? Maybe. But like I said, we could do a lot worse, and Kyler's the least of our worries. At running back, we actually have a young cornerstone in Trey Benson, the rookie out of FSU. He's 93 speed out the gate, and I'm looking to get him on the field as much as possible. That means that one of our higher overall players, James Conner, is effectively useless because I don't really plan on putting him on the field unless we're running like 2-back sets or something like that. At wide receiver, of course, we have the 4th overall pick in the draft, Maserati Marv. Otherwise, not much. Zay Flowers is our wide receiver 2. Michael Wilson is going to be our wide receiver 3, but I mean, all you really have to know about is Marv. The other guys, I can't wait to replace them. Let's keep it real. At tight end, we have Trey McBride. He's definitely a star tight end. He's a guy that we're going to keep around as long as we possibly can. So, you know, we're going to make Trey our number 2 guy in the offense next to Marv. But Marv is going to be the guy that we really want to build up in the passing attack. Whatever passing attack we can put together. Defensively, yeah, there's really not much to talk about besides Budda Baker, man. The cornerback room, we have Sean Murphy-Bunting, who the Cardinals got from free agency, and otherwise it's just a lot of young guys. We got a rookie in there, I believe Max Melton's in there, and it's just, the defense is a lot where the youth and journey veterans just collide. It's just a straight up mess, right? We have Gardick starting at left outside linebacker. Zaven Collins is in a contract year. I don't really know where I stand with him. Owen Popo, young player. Solid speed for a middle linebacker, 89 speed, but it's just such a low overall. I don't know what Popo is going to bring for us. At the other safety spot, we got Jalen Thompson. He's okay, but like, you know, like I said, there's nothing special. And like, you really need good defensive players in this year's game because as of right now, Madden 25 is damn near impossible to play defense. And we have one of the worst defensive rosters in the entire league with the Arizona Cardinals. So look, it's not going to be easy, but that's what we sign up for. That's why I always take these bad teams. It's not supposed to be easy. The battle to claw our way to the top and compete in these early seasons with these bad rosters is always fun for me, man. I'm hoping to take you guys along for the ride, right? Defensive line, like Bilal Nichols, man, he's down there, I guess. And it's just like, we're just going to make it rock, whatever we got. And our defense is going to be put to the test early on because we have Josh Allen in the building. And one very key point about this CFM that I got to talk to you guys about, as you guys may have noticed, custom abilities on ability players. So if you got a superstar, you got an X-Factor quarterback, you got Josh Allen, you can change his abilities to whatever you want. And you see this Josh Allen is practically God because he has Hot Route Master, he has Gunslinger, Pass Lead Elite, whatever cracked ability you can put at quarterback, he's got it. So that's going to make our job tenfold tougher. And I mean, I didn't even know about this rule until after I played my week 1 game. So you'll see Budda Baker has the abilities he comes with. So I'll change that after this game. But for now, let's see if we can get rocking here. 3rd down and 13, Josh Allen, drop back, absolute heater. And get used to that, man, because I mean, passing speeds are already high, especially if you have a high throw power quarterback. Josh Allen's got 99 throw power. And he's got all these velocity abilities. So, I mean, the ball's literally slinging in there so fast that James Cook can't even get it. Maybe that's our way to get stops, is just hope Josh Allen misfires, right? Sometimes that is the best defense in real life. That's not really going to work out too often in Madden, though. Third down. Oh, man. That was a great chance to get an interception, but we still hold the door. Fourth down, opponent going for it. Josh Allen has him open. James is cooking for the first down, for the touchdown. So this CFM is not going to be like ones I normally partake in because it's not a sim CFM. It is straight up not a sim CFM. There's nothing about this connected franchise that is sim. All right, the only things that I know of that are banned for you to do, you cannot have Omaha as an X Factor ability, and you cannot have film study as a defensive ability. I don't know why those are the only two things. Apparently it's like something that bugs the game, I've been told, but like I have no idea. That's just, I joined the league and that's what was on the fine print. And I sign up for whatever's on the fine print and we keep it pushing, all right? So we'll see if we can cook something up here on third down. And also, like, when I talk about it's not sim, right? First of all, you're not punting. If you don't want to, you're not, obeying fourth down rules. You're going to go for every fourth down, including a fourth down and 9, our own 34-yard line. Normally, we punt in these situations, but in this league, we got to match the tempo and get a first down to Zay Jones. And also, repetitive play calling is not only not banned, it is pretty much encouraged to just call whatever you can. If it works, just keep on doing it like it's an online head-to-head game. So, yeah, that's the match, the tempo that we're going to be pushing. And it took me a little bit to realize that, right? I signed up for this pretty blind. I didn't really know the kind of people I'd be going against, the tier of opponents as we get the first down. On fourth down, Trey Benson, his first career touchdown. Oh, baby, Benson humdinger. That is the value of Trey Benson at running back, because James Conner is damn sure not doing that, all right? He's not. He doesn't have the speed to do that. Trey Benson does, and we got to make opponents pay, because with our defense, we might have to get in shootouts. That might be our only way to stay in these games, and even then, I don't really know what it's going to be about. So, as I quickly found out, this guy, he's running gun bunch. I don't think he switched formations the entire game. I'm pretty sure he ran like gun bunch tight end every single rip. Hot route master with Josh Allen, just designing play calls on the fly, and it's just, apparently this is what we signed up for. And look, I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible, because I'm going to chat with these people in this league, and I like them. But these guys, this league, the tier ranking of these guys, they're a bunch of MCS rejects. That's the kind of competition that we are going against. And when I say that, as James Cook gets the touchdown here, I'm talking about guys who definitely sweat this game, because this already feels sweaty. Like, I kind of was mixing up my play calls. I was like, I don't know what to do out here. And pretty quickly, I figured out what was going on here, right? After I realized the 10th consecutive time to do call gun bunch tight end, I was like, oh, okay. So this is what we're doing. This is not normally the kind of Madden I partake in, but look, man, I'm here. I'm here. We are going to play this. We're not going to back out of here, even though there might be moments where I'm like, yo, I don't know if I want to do this, but we are here. We are fumbling, and we are recovering our fumbles. So let's get to it, man. We're not going to complain. We're just going to try to convert 4th down and 3s at our own 26-yard line, which we do to Trey McBride. You may have noticed, but let me just say it now out loud, as we probably should have thrown a pick there. It is 7-minute quarters here in this online CFM. I don't know exactly what the accelerated clock rules are, but, I'm pretty sure it's normal. The injuries are not cracked like the league that we normally partake in, so there will not be injuries every 5 plays. I know a lot of you guys will be happy about that, as Trey Benson, pretty happy about his production so far. This is a big drive here. 3rd down and 6. My opponent only has 1 timeout left, so he's trying to get the ball back. I'm just trying to get a first down, maybe a touchdown. Trey McBride, down a yard short, as we call up tempo here, just trying to take away a lot of clock before the end of the first half. Thankfully, my opponent didn't catch on. He doesn't call a timeout, and we get the snap off. It's a run commit. I tried to hit Marv. That would have been his first touchdown, but it was overthrown somehow. Pitch outside. James Conner in the game. Conner spinning and winning. All right, so, look, I don't mind using James Conner as a goal line back if he provides production like that, even though I'd like to use Trey McBride, or Trey Benson, sorry. We got a couple of Trey balls out there for us as we end up kicking it short. And we're going to get shortchanged on the final play of the first half. It's a Hard Knocks life as Hardy takes the kickback for 6. No! Oh, we closed the first half as well as we could have, and it really doesn't matter because we just exchanged touchdowns at the end of the day. We go into the halftime locker room down by 7. Now, this kicking meter, I was not prepared for when I loaded up into the game. In an online CFM, the commissioner has the choice to set the kicking meter, and the kicking meter, I believe it was by accident, was set on this multi-kicking meter. I don't even know this is the one from NCAA or what this thing is. It's like a hybrid, but yeah, honestly, it threw me off because I was trying to kick deep all game long. I'm not trying to give up kick returns. I'm all right with kicking deep and making you start at the 30. But, you know, I was so preoccupied with this kicking meter and just trying to time it because, like I said, I had no idea I was going to be using this until, like, opening kickoff. And I was just like, what the hell is this thing? I've literally never seen it before. I've never used it before. So, yeah, I ended up placement kicking by accident. And of course, we gave up a touchdown on the last play of the first half. So I was like, yo, like, that's sickening. That's absolutely sickening. But at this point, we got to roll with the punches. Now, I say that I'm pretty sure it was by accident that kicking meter was on because by week 3, the kicking meter was gone. It was back to the normal kicking meter. So, like, the first 2 weeks, you'll see this weird multimeter kicking thingy-majig. But after that, it will be gone. So, just keep that in mind. Yeah, we are in, you know, at least week 3 because this game, or this video you guys will be seeing today as we hit up Marv for the touchdown! Marvelous Marv! His first career touchdown in the NFL in his first career game. Is anybody surprised? The 4th overall pick. His expectations are sky high. And he's already meeting them early on. So, yeah, man, I got really excited for Marv. I forgot what I was saying. You know, let's talk about this game a little bit here because this is trying to game plan about how we're going to play defense. Is it possible? I mean, I'm really believing less and less as the game goes on. Dalton Kincaid just absolutely cooked Budda Baker. Like, Budda Baker is our lockdown guy. If he's giving up that much separation to a tight end, I don't know what to do. If that pass is even getting in there, forget the fact it got dropped, I don't really know what to do. If the passes are so fast to get in there behind my players who have like maybe 70 zone at best, worse than that, and cannot catch picks, you know, like I said, I am believing in my defense less and less and less. All right, but it is what it is. 3rd down and 11, Josh Allen underneath. That's Curtis Samuel. Oh, man, on the zig route down to the 1-yard line. Josh Allen keeping his balance and scoring the touchdown on the very next play. Even at 3rd down, I feel like we had a couple of guys there to do something. Resistance. Show some resistance, please. I guess not. We're down 2 possessions, back against the wall. We get stopped here. The game is pretty much over because we're not playing defense. We absolutely have to keep up with this guy and hope for an onside kick at some point, I think. And it's Kyler Murray lobbing Marv. He got it over Rasul Douglas. That's the athletic prowess that Marvin Harrison Jr. brings to the table that can really shape-shift this offense and give it a dynamic feel. Kyler escaping and getting the first down. My opponent was sending a lot of edge blitzes all game long. We were doing a decent job of picking it up as the game went on, trying to squeeze in an RPO on 1st down, but Teron Johnson runs the blocker into our man. Don't worry, Trey Benson is going to walk in for 6 on the very next play. We're talking about Marv, but Trey Benson's NFL debut is going equally as stellar. 2-point conversion, hit him on the little stop route. Marvin Harrison, spot action, working well, and it's a 6-point game. It's just a matter of if we can get a stop. I mean, should I have onsided there? Maybe. I don't know. As Dalton Kincaid's going to make the grab here. And I'm starting to feel like we probably should have onside kicked the ball. As Josh Allen just rips one in there. And yeah, man, I'm trying everything. I'm really trying. And oh, that shovel pass goes awry. And it's picked off. It's Gardeck. He's on their neck. He's off to the races. He's in for the touchdown. A PAT away from taking the lead. How has this happened? But we are here. The Arizona Cardinals are upset-minded in week 1 of the regular season. PAT good. We're up by 1, and there's pressure on the Buffalo Bills to perform. 4:06 remaining in regulation. Josh Allen over the head. MVS with the grab. Shout out to the high balls for also being OP, as if defense wasn't hard enough. Allen is down. That's an incompletion at the 40-yard line. Second down. Great pocket. My goodness, that pass lead to Lee. How do you get that in there? Josh Allen shows you. Here's a new set of downs. Allen, end zone. Keon Coleman for the touchdown. I believe that's his first career NFL touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion to make it a 7-point game. That RPO works out way better than I thought. My corner was in a hard flat, and he kind of just ran to Narnia. Just is what it is. But look, we're at least in it. That defensive touchdown got us to a point where we can compete. And we have a free play here on first down. We're going to take our shot. Marv middle. Got it. Marvin Harrison is heating up as the game goes on. We're obviously going to decline the penalty. We're at the 37-yard line. Blitz picked up. Kyler. Ooh, I tried to fire that one to Marv. Got hit trying to throw it. Probably a good thing because we were across the line of scrimmage. Kyler across the line again and getting the first down. This will take us to the 2-minute warning. We're in a precarious position. Do we clock it out? I don't know. I feel like we just got to do what we can to try to get a touchdown here. See if it's possible. First things first. Minute 35 left. Once again, blitz picked up. Kyler stepping up. No spy. We're running. And no! Ball's out! And it's picked up by the Bills! Kyler lost it at the half-inch line. Diving for the end zone. He tried to be the hero. He's the absolute zero. Next play, James Cook, a dagger straight to the heart. He's running free, 80 yards for the touchdown. We were going to tie the game up. Instead, we're down by 14 in the blink of an eye. Oh, pure heartbreak for the young Arizona Cardinals. We still got to show some fight in these last minute 15 seconds. And look, we get a touchdown. We're going to have to onside kick. That's our shot. Here's Kyler. Good pocket going. Marv got it. Marvin Harrison says don't turn off the lights just yet. We still want a ball. 2-point conversion to make it a 6-point game. It's an RPO. Did he get it? Yes, he made the catch in the end zone. 2 points on the board. And we're actually not going to go for the onside because we have all of our timeouts. And look, essentially, we're probably going to have to force a 4-and-out. If we do that, we can win this game. We just got to lock up one time. Let's hold the door on the Bills. Can we do it? Minute 2 remaining. Timeout Cardinals. Second down. Josh Allen got him. And rolling in bounds for the first down. That is going to be the game. Curtis Samuel with the secure grab. There's nothing we can do about the victory formation being applied by Josh Allen. And that's all she wrote in week 1. A 44-50 final score. The first of 50 wins. And that would be the Buffalo Bills. But man, they knew we were here. It was going to be a tie game. I thought diving in the end zone was our best bet, and the dude didn't even try to tackle Kyler. It's just Kyler reached the ball out and just knocked it off the guy. So just a tough way to go out, man. Truly a tough way. But hey, man, week 1, we fought. I feel like we did a really good job. I'm happy with what we did. We just got to figure out the whole defensive thing. We could figure out defense. Offense was not too bad. So we'll transition that into week 2 against the Los Angeles Rams. Week 2 gives us not only our first NFC opponent of the season, but our first division rivalry game as we get ready to take on the Los Angeles Rams. This could give us a good barometer of where we are in the league and our chances of competing this year. Can we make the playoffs in our division? Can we compete at all? Week 1 was promising, but we ultimately took the L. And I mean, I was told that the Bills guy is pretty solid, so that could be positive, but you know, wins and losses are the only way you measure success, all right? The moral victories are cool, but if we start the season 0-2, the moral victories, they're not going to weigh anything. As we have a little press conference talking about Marvin Harrison. Look, Marvin Harrison is good, we all know. Now, with custom abilities on, we obviously know that means Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are going to be cracked. So we are going to have to deal with them. We have no ability quarterback to go against today, thankfully, but with those two guys, Man coverage is probably not going to be viable. I don't think man coverage is viable in general for his Cardinals roster with the way Madden 25 is right now and the way our roster is for this season, but definitely not going to happen today. And this man's gamer tag is QB Wrapped, or QB Rapper, alright? This is what I'm talking about when I say the league is full of MCS rejects. And it's not even a full joke. Like, these guys were competing for the MCS ladders trying to qualify for the first major competitive Madden tournament of the season. Alright? Like, this is actually real stuff inside the joke, of course, as we are underway for week 2 action. It's our home opener as well. We're in the desert at State Farm Stadium. I do say that nicely though, all right, because like I am enjoying my time in this league and I do like the people in the league. Let me just say that really quick, all right? I don't need people coming after me with torches or anything like that. It's cool. It's just, it's new for me, obviously, playing this kind of setting, but it's not that new because we've been playing Madden for a long time, all right? Like, we've experienced this kind of stuff. It's just, like I said, doing this for a long season, it's going to be a fun experiment, and we'll see, man. I might pull my hair out a couple of times, but we are in it for the long haul for sure. Now, the one thing I do have to say as a premise as we advance this league is that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to play every game, as I accidentally get switch-sticked onto the deep blue and end up hit-sticking to the ground to make sure Puka Nacua scored the touchdown, as if he already was not about to be wide open. But yeah, when I say I'm not going to be able to play every game, it's not because I'm going to be busy, but it's because apparently the advanced schedule for this league is insane. It pretty much runs whenever TDBarrett is ready to advance the league. Now, it's his league, not too surprising, but you know, they advance the league even when only a couple of games are played sometimes, like 5 or 6 games, as long as TD gets his game in. So, you know, I've been told that, you know, I can try to get as many games as possible in. Am I going to be able to get all 17 games in a regular season? You know, it's just going to have to be a wait and see thing right now. As of now, we're getting all of our games in. I don't know down the road, right? If I have one day where I might be kind of busy, I might miss an advance or something like that. So just giving you guys a heads up, you know, I'm going to try to get every game in. There's going to be an effort to get every game in, but ultimately it is TD's league, so we are running on his rules, as Tyler Higbee apparently just one-hand stabs for fun and gets the touchdown. We are down after this PAT. It's going to be 14-0 in the blink of an eye. This game has clearly not gone well. I was still testing my barometers in this league as far as, you know, what we're doing, you know, the play calls. I'm going against a new opponent, so maybe this guy's not going to run gun bunch all game, right? Maybe we switch it up, but as I learned rather quickly, that is not the case. This guy, I believe, ran trips tight end the entire game as Trey Benson busting off a big run, a mega run, swerving and scoring. Trey Benson is in the building. This is a kid we're going to be talking about for years to come. He's special. He's special, man. He's fun to use. Trey Benson is a part of our future. He's also a part of our present, it has to be said, because you see that swerve on John Johnson? That's a vet out there, man. He's able to make those tackles, but not against Trey Benson. And we get ourselves on the board. I absolutely sleptwalked through this first quarter, right? I called like a really silly defense to give up our last touchdown to Higbee. And now we kind of got to tighten up here. We want to have a chance to win this game. No more sleepwalking. We got our touchdown. And let's see if we can get a stop here. On 4th down, we get the tackle on Stafford. Of course, going to go for it at his own 30-yard line. Looking, holding, pressure, going, middle. Cobb didn't get it. It's dropped. It's Buda Baker with the knockout for the turnover on downs. And like I talked about, I did not get Buda custom abilities week 1. I had no idea that was even a rule. But going into this week 2 matchup, we have equipped Buda Baker with mid-zone KO. Yeah, mid-zone KO, deep in KO, and lurker. So that gives him that knockout ability that worked for us on 4th down, as Marv cannot make the catch over John Johnson. I thought he had space to get that going. 3rd down, there's nothing for Kyler Murray. And on 4th down and goal at the 10-yard line, I think we got to kick our 3 right here. We got to be smart, even though 4th downs, it's encouraged to go for it. I mean, when points are there, you know, there's definitely a higher % chance we can just kick our 3 and get a 4th down at the 10-yard line, I feel like. Especially the way that goal line sequence went for us. I don't have too much confidence. I also just don't have confidence in our defense. So, you know, it's kind of a catch-22 out there, as we are I mean, look, we're playing a little bit of defense out here. Hold on a second. Let me not bag these guys too badly because they might have come to play today. Oh, that's a hot one to Puka Nacua. And that's really unguardable, man. It's hard to make adjustments to get that stop while worrying about everything else. You kind of just got to hope, as we are going to give up. Cooper Kupp seams on 3rd down. I really wanted to cover that, but I wasn't able to get to the player I wanted to in time. You saw I was switch sticking. That was not on purpose. I promise you I was not. I'm not a switch stick demon. So you see me switching people like that, it's definitely by accident. 3rd down on the drive. Stafford got it to Higbee, who makes another incredible grab, it must be said. Tyler Higbee's catch radius is the size of the moon. Stafford on the option. You knew Stafford was never going to run with that. It's Kyron Williams for the touchdown. Yeah, that's a friendly reminder to change our quarterback option defense setting to make sure Stafford runs that at all times. I try to, click on at the last second, just like get the defender there. Could not do it in time. The dude was already, like, oh man, we got to make sure Matt Stafford doesn't score this touchdown. So we were doomed at that very moment. One thing I should mention is that the league, it does have some rules, if you want to call it that. One of the few rules is that you're not allowed to make a custom playbook. So that means you have to run a stock playbook in the game. That's actually something that the CFM we're normally in actually allows and encourages to diversify play calls. But, I mean, people don't diversify play calls out here. So, why not? Just make them run stock playbooks. We actually throw an interception right there to Travius Hodges-Tomlinson. I did not think that the little man was going to be able to guard Marvin Harrison as well as he did. But that was a frightening sight to see as we turn it over here and give our opponent an extra possession before the end of the first half. So, for the first 2 games of the regular season, I ran the Houston Texans playbook. After that, we will be running the Buffalo Bills playbook. So, just knowledge right there. And as far as defense, I'm just running the Cardinals defense. The Cardinals defensive playbook's actually not that bad. So I was like, you know what? Why even change it? Let's just stick with it, at least for now. I mean, look, if it's not working, maybe we can change it. But honestly, I don't think it's the playbook. It might probably me. A combination of me and the players. I don't think the playbook is going to be the problem. It's 3rd down. Kupp with the grab. It's not a 1st down, though. It's 4th down and 1. And my opponent's going to go for it. We call a timeout because our defense was a mixed bag. So let's reset and see if we can get this stop. Stafford out the trips as he's been all game. Protection is good. Higbee another grab. Higbee with the juke going backward. And at the very least, he gets the 1st down. He nearly lost it going backward, but he does get his boys in the field goal range. My opponent has no timeout, so he's got to be careful here. Don't want to get tackled in bounds or else that's the end of the half. Stafford! He's playing with fire. He's playing with fire. 3rd down and 10 on the field one more time. Blitz is picked up. Stafford holding and throwing it away. We do have a penalty, though, and it's intentional grounding, and that's going to knock the Rams out of field goal range. 4th and a mile. He's going for it. Blitz is in, and Stafford is down. Oh, wow. What a big play call there. A big mistake by my opponent. He's going to stay only up by 10, maybe less. Marvin! Nah. I probably should have hit X down low. I locked in on Marvin. I was like, yo, show me what you got, Marv. But that was a little bit too ambitious. But I must be said, a quiet game for Marvin Harrison so far today. We got to do something to get him going. As of right now, we're really struggling, and part of it is Trey McBride is being guarded by Tre'Davious White the whole game. We keep on putting Trey on this right side, especially the amount of trips we're running. And look, I don't want to throw that against an ability of corner. So it effectively takes Trey McBride out of our offense, having Tre'Davious White guarding him like that. Like that play, maybe it works, but holy cow! Marv just took the top off the defense. Don't sleep on Marv. Maserati Marv will kick it into high gear at some point in the game as we are getting our sea legs under us right now, showing some fight, but we got to convert at the goal line. This is something that we struggled with on a previous possession. 3rd down, the struggles continue, and that honestly was user error because that play worked out really well. We got a good look out of it. Man coverage, we should have hit the backside slant. It was like kind of a trail route. We definitely should have hit that over the drag to Trey McBride. I knew it as soon as I threw it to Trey. I was like, oh, dude. Even though it's Michael Wilson, I should have given it to him. So we end up kicking a field goal once again due to our goal line ineptitude. And that could very well cost us the game. The chance at getting an extra 4 points twice, we would be tied right now. and it would be a whole different story. Instead, we're hanging on for dear life. Second down, Stafford middle, and that's Puka Nacua as good as gone. Jalen Thompson is just not going to match up against Puka Nacua. The problem is we really don't have anybody that can match up with Kupp or Puka. So if we run man coverage, if we try to just run a cover 0 blitz, it's just gonna happen. That's just gonna happen. We just have to hope pressure gets there beforehand, and it's a gamble that we kind of have to take sometimes because our traditional 3-4 man rush is just not gonna get there. We have nobody that can show a pulse on a pass rush on this team. Honestly, our best pass rusher, is it BJ Ojulari? Is it Gardner? I don't know, but either way, that does not sound promising. Third down, just gonna try to sneak a first down in, and we do. Trey Benson making moves. Look, Trey Benson's run the ball well. Maybe we should just run the ball more. The man has almost 100 yards. Now, granted, a lot of it came on one big play, but, I mean, Trey's cooking out there. We got to mix in the run a little bit more, even though we're down by 15, as Kyler going to go curl route. And at this point, I was like, look, if he's running man coverage and he has Tre'Davious White not on Marv can win on those curl routes a lot. As Kyler, empty, looking, nothing there. And this sketch stack formation that I'm running, this game, it's just not working out too well. It had some promise week 1, but this game, yeah, it's just not happening as we're stepping, throwing. That's a dangerous ball that we got away with there. I'm happy to live to play another down after that one. And once again, gonna hit that curl route. I believe that's Darius Williams. I trust Marv to box him out every time on a curl route. McBride! Oh, he's shooken. He cannot make the grab. That hurts. Second down, going end zone. Oh, that was ambitious to say the least. Marv is good. I don't know if anybody's good enough to make that play. Third down. This is for Benson. He got it. He makes the 2-tap grab. And we're a PAT away from making it back a 1-possession game. This is an eerily similar position from where we were in week 1, where it's just like, all right, one stop and we have a chance. Some of our shortcomings have put us in a position where we need to pray for a stop, but if we can get it, the offense is showing life. We're moving the ball in consecutive drives. Big if on the defensive part, though, as my opponent is slowing down the tempo of the game, as Stafford bombing corner. That's not going to be caught in bounds. Nacua only got 1 foot in. Huge third down. Stafford down low. Oh, he tried to make the one-hand stab, and now a 4th down. This is our chance to get off the field. Stafford looking out the trips, holding penalty on the play. Kupp makes the grab. It was a first down regardless due to the illegal contact penalty we clearly got. I was trying to break off to guard the corner, and I mean, I just mugged Cooper Kupp, and he still got open. So it's just like, all right, man, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Second down. This is down low, and it's an incompletion. It stops the clock. It brings up another third down. Is this our time to get off the field? Stafford drifting and narrowly picked off. Oh, through the hands of Jalen Thompson. If he got that, he was gone. Instead, 4th down. Stafford got it off and over the top for the touchdown. It's Cooper Kupp. Oh, man, that was inches away. I mean, I don't even say inches away. That was in our hands. The pick, if we got it. We were surely skipping for 6. Instead, we were down by 15. Football is a game of inches, and right now, it's a cruel game of inches going against us. I mean, well, last week with the Kyler play, and now that. But as we've shown, okay, I was going to give a whole pep talk about how we fight until the end. Never mind. We just took ourselves out as Kyren Williams will make sure that we feel the pain. The Rams are in field goal range to make it a 3-possession game. This one is as good as dusted as, okay, Kyren, just shredding us up. The Rams had this in their back pocket the entire game and didn't even need to do it. Now they're just running the ball for fun. They're also missing PATs for fun. So, yeah, this is shaping up to be an L. And, look, I'm all about L's can be turned into lessons, right? But it's just like, at this point, I don't know the lessons, right? I don't know what we're learning that we can apply to next week. Offensively, like, I feel all right about this team, but defense is a legitimate headache in Madden 25 with these Arizona Cardinals, whatever it may be. And right now, Marv is literally being double-teamed. Marvin Harrison is being double-teamed. And where do we go with the ball? Lob it to Trey Benson. It worked earlier. It's going to work again at this point, right? Marv's being taken out the game and Trey McBride. our third option on offense passing the ball is actually our running back. So we're going to split them out wide, open some things up, open up a run for Kyler Murray. At the end of the game, we might as well try some of this stuff out that can be applied to next week. End zone. He got it. Oh, marvelous Marv. Got us an achievement, got us a touchdown. The high ball thrown well by Kyler and hauled in by Marv. 2-point conversion is good. That makes it a 13-point game. Now we obviously got to go for the onside kick. This is our one avenue to get back into the game. And it was sketchy, but hauled in by Nakua. Honestly, that dude probably should have not gotten the onside kick because he screwed it up. He ran his own user into Puka, but the collision physics, you know, bless their soul, did not apply. And now we got to fight here. We do have all of our timeouts, so we're not going to just let them end the game. We got to show some heart before we wrap this one up as we get the big hit right there, try and do whatever we can to force a fumble, get a stop, third down, blitz, middle. This is Cooper Kupp. He will call game. That's all she wrote. But my opponent's still running offense here, even though he can kneel the ball out. So, yeah, we're going to try to strip the ball. We have all of our stuff on aggressive, and I guess it shows as broken tackles are a side effect of putting everything on aggressive. But ultimately, we are going to be dealt our second loss in a row to start the young season. Not a surprise. It's not shocking. We are the Arizona Cardinals. And look, honestly, like, I am far from a comp Madden player. So these dudes that, you know, the MCS rejects, as I like to call them, you know, this might be a little bit out of my my league, man. We'll see. We're going to try to fight, but, you know, the Arizona Cardinals, plus the level of competition, it might be really tough in year one. But I'll say it one more time. I am more than all right with that. I'm here for the struggle. Even if we never do well. All right, I'm actually enjoying the challenge. I am enjoying the challenge. Even though these games get a little repetitive, I am enjoying the challenge. So, I mean, another good game for our young core, but ultimately another L. So, now we move on. Week 3 should be a fun one. We're going against the Detroit Lions, and we'll see if we can finally get on the W side of the column. As we prepare for our Week 3 matchup, we have our first dev story on the table. It's for Trey Benson, a halfback breakout. Now, normally in the past couple of Maddens, dev stories have been pretty straightforward. Like for a running back, for instance, to go from star to superstar, which is what we're trying to do with Trey Benson, you would have to get 150 rushing yards and or 3 touchdowns. But in this year's Madden, it looks like they've switched up how they do the dev stories, because we're being asked a question of how lofty our goals are, which I have no idea how to answer this. I kind of shot low, but not really low. I didn't want to hit uncertain, but I want to be hopeful about it, and we have a typo in this, so shout out to EA Sports. But as you're gonna see, we have to get 125 rushing yards with Trey Benson to get his dev from star to superstar, which is making me think, why didn't I just pick the uncertain over the hopeful, right? That was brand new to me. I'd never seen that before, and I don't know if I pick uncertain, that doesn't help our chances or what it is, but you know, maybe if you set higher goals, you get more XP for completing it. But I'm really just focused on trying to get the dev stories first things first. We'll worry about the XP later, as we will definitely be focusing on Trey Benson as we get going for Week 3 against the Detroit Lions. Shout out to the little voice crack right there. So, yeah, we are definitely going to be running the ball a lot in this game. Getting Trey Benson to 125 yards will be our primary focus offensively. And then, you know, if we get it, we will shapeshift our offense, however, which way we need to, as we're playing some solid defense to start off here. We're going against the 2-0 Lions, and they've got a plethora of weapons offensively. You got St. Brown and Sam Laporta, both superstars. JMO 98 speed. Jared Goff slinging that rock, and you got Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield as well. I just mentioned Jared Goff because he was throwing, not really because he's one of those star players we're worried about, but I mean, he's got the keys to the car to try to fire to all of these weapons, including Gibbs on third down. That's going to be a friendly spot to move the chains. We might have had to stop cooking up early, but now it's back to the same old defensive story. I mean, can we at least show some resistance? That's all we can do. Oh, that's probably our best defense, though, for an incompletion on an overthrow. Next play, down low, Khalif Raymond, and like I said, man, I don't think we can play man coverage. I don't think we can play zone. Maybe we can. Sean Murphy bunting. He's not bunting. He's swinging for the fences. The pick will go for 6. The first score of the game goes to the Cardinals defense. The Red Sea stands up. That's cool and all, but remember, we have a dev story with Trey Benson. We have to get 125 rushing yards, so this is very good for us to try to win the game, but it is suboptimal for us to try to get this dev story with Trey, because we need him on the field, and we're about to potentially play the entire first quarter without him seeing the field, or Jameson Williams just scores a touchdown and we tie it up at 7 apiece. Hey, man, at the end of the day, he got a touchdown in his opening drive, but we called it net even because we got the pick 6, right? We'll just call it like that, and then we'll get ourselves on offense. And, I mean, we're not going to be shy about this. We got to run the ball a lot. Hopefully, we can break off a big run to, you know, make this a bit easier on us, because we have to pound the rock for 4 or 5 yards a gain at best. You know, it's going to be tough sledding. And if we lose yards running the ball, you know, we're just not going to get it, right? So 3rd down and 2, this is still a running down. Thankfully, my opponent, you know, he's thinking that we're going to try to pass this ball a lot. He's not exactly coming out at 3-4 or 4-3 defense, right? I got to sprinkle in an RPO just to keep him honest. We don't want to overplay our hand, but I mean, we're definitely going to have to run this ball a decent amount of times. Even on 3rd down and 5, potentially, do we get this run in? Yes, we do. And this is the kind of play call that tips your opponent off, and it's like, okay, he's been running a lot, and now he's running on 3rd down. So you see Campbell shooting the gap there when we easily could have hit that RPO slant. But, I mean, we got to do what we got to do. Give it back to Trey on 2nd down, make it 3rd and manageable. And this might be a passing down here. Let's see. We come out in a single back, throwing the RPO, trying to hit the spin move with Marv, and that is going to go nowhere. So 4th down and 8. And maybe field goal range from Matt Prater, but we will go for it. Going middle, wide open. Zay Jones, the 1st down and the touchdown. Hey, that was a layup right there. We'll take that, I suppose. Now, at the end of the day, we got like 30 rushing yards for Trey, which is all right, but we also got a touchdown. And look, we're not going to tank the game absolutely for this dev story. We do got to try to win, right? I mean, we got to figure out what direction we are going with this Arizona Cardinals team, and this game could really decide a lot, right? If we lose this and go 0-3, I mean, we're really going to be looking at the draft boards potentially a lot more than scouting our opponents for the rest of the season. Oh, Gardner, turn around, buddy. You could have had another pick 6 on your resume, as Jahmyr Gibbs gets the rare carry in this offense. 3rd down, you see, my opponent has the blitz radar ability. He has 2 offensive linemen, and I believe one of them has the threat detector, not blitz radar, and I think it's the same thing anyways. But yeah, he can see when we're blitzing, so we got to be careful on 3rd and 4th downs about that, because, you know, if we just tip our hand that we're blitzing 6, it's just like, all right, he knows he has to get it off hot. So we got to, you know, do well with that. Maybe even bluff blitzes, but we're probably not going to do that, to be honest. Shout out to Buda Baker. He has deep in KO. I switched the ability, but apparently it doesn't work there. Like, I thought that was a perfect knockout chance. I mean, Buddha's draped all over him. Even without deep in KO, I feel like he had a chance to knock that out. But with the ability, I thought for sure we were cooking, but I guess wrong. So we give up the touchdown right there, and yeah, we can get a stop on that. I don't really know what else we can do except hope potentially for a pick 6 as we hit the spin move. Good run by Trey Benson. That's a gain of about 13 yards after Kyler lost yardage. 3rd down, dancing in the trenches, but not getting the 1st down. We will definitely go for this one, but we're going to sneak in a run with Kyler Murray, a design run for the 1st down, and sprinkle in some extra yardage on top of that. Kyler out of bounds to the 44-yard line of Detroit, as Benson once again just slivering his way through for a gain of 4 yards. We're not really putting too much into this. We do get the first possession of the second half, so that's something to keep in mind. If we can at least get to about 60 yards, it's within range, I would say. But 4th down and 2, we got to pass this rock once again. Wide open, up the seams, Maserati Marv, takeoff, touchdown. And we've got the lead right back in our possession. And once more, I mean, honestly, this running approach, it might not be the funnest approach to take offensively, but it seems to have our opponent in a conundrum because he absolutely sent the house on 4th down. That's a pick. That's Jones. He's on a runaway train. Next stop, the end zone. Elijah Jones, his first career interception. It goes to the crib. Impressive. And once more, our flats, they're actually playing well. I mean, that's a rare sight to see. Any zone playing well in Madden 25. We have 2 touchdowns defensively, and we might be able to pull off a double here. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I mean, there is a chance we can not only get this dev story, but also win the game. But there's also a chance, you know, we might just win the game and not get the dev story, because we're hitting these big plays on 4th down. They are passing plays, though, so they're not really helping out Trey Benson. And oh no, is he over the top? Yes, he is. Jameson Williams is a cheat code. We have over the top coverage, but it doesn't matter. J-Mo's just too fast, I suppose, and Budda Baker froze in coverage. He probably was the guy that needed to help out there, and at this point, I'm like, yo, Budda, you're supposed to be my best player, and you're actually the reason why we're giving up touchdowns in the last couple of drives. So, like, you got to figure it out, buddy, as we're going to run a counter with Trey Benson. This will get some positive yardage here. But, yeah, what I was going to say is, running back dev stories in the past, you could get rushing and receiving yards to help yourself out. So, you could pass the ball and pass it to your running back so you don't just have to run ground and pound all game long and make it that obvious that it is a dev story. But, at this point, my opponent probably just thinks I'm here to run the ball all game, right? He just thinks I'm, a toter out here, which either way, he'll have to make that adjustment sometime. But for now, Trey Benson's actually eating pretty well. This is a nice gain out of bounds. 87 rushing yards, and a lot has come on this drive with 22 seconds left in the half that we lost a decent chunk right there. And it's really because my opponent's thinking no way he's going to run the ball in these spots. But, I mean, like I said, we're trying to get this dev story, and sneaking in yardage, I'm all right with sacrificing a chance to get a touchdown on this drive if we can get that dev story at least accelerated. We're going to roll out with Kyler Murray, buying time, only 3 on the route, putting Wilson upfield, but it's intercepted. That was way underthrown right there, and Campbell, he just sits, waits, and picks that one off. That was probably a little bit too ambitious by me, even though you can see the thought, appreciate the thought. It's also just a low percentage play at the end of the day, just, rerouting somebody. Unless you have playmaker, you're not going to get that clean reroute upfield. So, I don't know if that had something to do with it. As St. Brown breaking ankles. Oh, no! The final play of the first half! Amon-Ra St. Brown cannot swerve Budda Baker, who finally shows a pulse at a great time to save a heartbreaker to end the first half. That would have been the second last play touchdown of the half given up this season if it happened. I mean, defense is not easy. We just got juked. I have to figure, just give him underneath. It's cool, but St. Brown juked 3 of our players, and, thankfully we were able to make the tackle. If he swears Budda, he is gone, so yeah, man. Unfortunately, Trey Benson losing yardage here on this opening possession of the second half. That should not have worked, that dive attempt. And now 4th down. We're going to keep the offense on the field here. We've been hitting the seams a lot, and it's not there. But now we have the outside to Zay Jones. Whenever we pass the ball, it has been pretty successful. Something to keep in mind whenever we get this dev story out the way, if possible. It's Trey Benson. Nice cut. Oh, he's cutting the grass here at State Farm Stadium. That should put him over 90 yards, but we still need about 35, so we're close. But we really got to put a dent in this thing. 3rd down and 2. Now, this will not count for yardage, unfortunately, as far as I know. But, I mean, at least it moves the chains. It gives us a new set of downs to play with. We have 5 less yards to play with now because he decided to go offsides, which, we have to take as we give it outside. Power read. Nice spin. Trey Benson swerving, scoring. Benson is balling today. He may be on his way to superstar status, but that run did not clinch it. We were, still about 35 yards away. That was about a 25-yard run, so I would estimate we're somewhere, about 15 yards away. I mean, even though the quick math says 10. I'm just estimating, and there's no way to check unless you pause the game, and I don't want to use my pause too early, so I'm just guesstimating in my head right now what it takes, as that is Okay, an overthrow by Jared Goff. We got away with giving up a cover 3 bomb there. Is this pass hot off the press going to Jahmyr Gibbs? And, you kind of just hope when you blitz the house like we did on that play that you can just get the pressure before the pass gets off, and especially against a QB like Jared Goff. We can't even do that as Jameson Williams fights for the touchdown. J-Mo is going, he's going berserk, but I don't really know what to do about it. It's just like, what am I going to do? Give Amon-Ra St. Brown open looks? He's like a 95 overall. Am I going to give Samuel Porter easy plays? I mean, we gave Jahmyr Gibbs underneath. It's just pick your poison out here, and everything's poison right now for our defense as we hit up Trey McBride. Nice play underneath. He'll get the first down. He'll break the tackle. Oh, my goodness. McBride is not the bridesmaid today. Huge touchdown for the Arizona Cardinals. This game has been offensive fireworks, which comes to no one's surprise given the state of Madden 25. But, I mean, the way we have attempted to slow down the tempo by running the ball has not slowed down the scoring pace of this game. And, I mean, shout out to Trey, but our other Trey kind of needed to get on the field there to make something happen. We still need to get these 30-plus yards. We have a quarter to go, but I mean, you want to get these out the way as soon as possible. The longer you leave it, the more desperate you have to get. And, you know, desperation, more often than not, actually does not work out. So, got to keep that in mind as Jared Goff, wow, on the run, awkward delivery, but it's a perfect delivery behind our defense and right to St. Brown. So, Jared Goff dotting us on the run. I mean, those are the kind of throws you 1-2 force, and if that doesn't work, then you have a touchdown the next play. Put hard flats on the field. Hard flats don't work. They've been working for us pretty decently. We've gotten 2 pick sixes with it, but not today. 2-point conversion to make it a 13-point game. Sorry, a 6-point game. They just scored the touchdown. Is good to St. Brown. And you see, whenever we send our traditional 4-man pass rush, we might as well be blitzing 0 because those dudes just do not get home. It's just, you know, like I said, man, Bilal Nichols is our superstar on the line. Go figure. As we get a nice run here with Benson. We really got to get this salted. But now my opponent, you know, he's coming out. It looks like a Cub defense here, or even Penny, where it's just like he has 5 on the line. And it's going to be hard to run the ball. And I don't know, we're going to get this dev story. And I really want to get this dev story more than I want to win the game, to be honest. Is Trey Benson, power read once again. Same play we scored on earlier. Gets us a solid gain, and at this point I had to pause the game. I'm like, I know we're close. Let me know how much more yards I need. And bam, we actually crossed it on that play. We're at 127 as we run it on 3rd down with Kyler Murray. So now that Trey Benson is done, we don't want to lose yardage running the ball, as this is over the top Maserati Marv! Oh, baby! Over the top for the touchdown! Marv has done it again! 2-point conversion is good! Wilson makes it back a 14-point game. So now, obviously, we're chasing the win. We're trying to get our first win of the season, trying to impress the home crowd. But also, we're pretty close to that 125. We don't want to lose yardage on a play. So, I might not run the ball with Trey Benson for the rest of the game. Might even bring in James Conner at this point, as Jahmyr Gibbs, I mean, holy cow, defense is awful in this game. They just give up angles like crazy. Gibbs is making it look like he's, oh my goodness, he's playing against college kids. As Jameson Williams for the touchdown. Once again, man, Buda Baker is lighting up. But for what, man? Like, do something. Here we go, 2-point conversion once again. Goff going middle. Right at Buda. Right at Buda, man. Just throw at Buda and it works out for you. As here, okay, onside kick with 3:05 remaining. This is desperate. And that's going to be a legal touching ball to not cross 10 yards. But that shows you the confidence my opponent has in his defense. Or just defense in this game in general. As we have a run commit wide open. Marvin Harrison for a hat trick. Marv is making the game look too easy. And that, of course, is a product of us running the ball all game. And I talked about, my opponent probably thinks we're just a toter. As we're going to run it with Kyler. Lost it. Fumble. Who's going to get it? We got it. It's a conversion. It's Will Hernandez. And they're going to give us forward progress, even though I feel like they should not on a play like that. But they give us forward progress on the bounce of the fumble. And we end up getting 2 when we really should not have. So, I mean, that was pretty fluky. And we'll see if that makes a difference in this game, because for now it at least keeps us within pace. As once again, same old story, my opponent down 14, trying to take shots downfield. We just got to cover over the top and at least make him work for this. That's all we can really do. Does not get bombed by Jameson Williams, but it does not matter, as Williams, that's not even J-Mo, man. This is poor man Jameson Williams in the end zone. You gotta be kidding me. I ran 2-man under and it still did not matter. She's like, all right, man. You just tip your cap to him, I guess. Defense is fantastic in Madden. It is 52-58. We have scored 58 points, and we still have to sweat this game out. Here's another onside. This time recovered by Zay Jones. Ball on the ground and picked up by the Lions. Zay fumbled after the recovery. Yo, not like this. Hold on a second. The Lions have a chance to take the lead on this drive. The onside was not successful, but Zay Jones' handles. Oh, that was tragic, and now we hit the 2-minute warning. My opponent put on shoe clock. Here's Goff, middle of the field, going to Jameson Williams, and let's see if he chews clock again. He does. He's trying to make this the last drive of the game. This could very well decide it. Jared Goff, second down. He's in trouble. He's running. He's buying time. And he's close to the first down. Jared Goff somehow escaped. Third down, RPO. Caught by Donovan Peoples-Jones. Not much, but good enough for the first down. Shoe clock is still on. This guy needs a touchdown, but he's bleeding a lot of clock. Under 40 seconds to go. Goff handling the bad snap. Going middle. Awkward grab. Caught by Williams and kind of suboptimal for my opponent, who chews a lot of clock right there. He had to burn a timeout with only 19 seconds remaining. 29 yards away from the end zone. Williams streaking up the seams, making the grab. Down to the 8. Clock is chewing. Down to 10 seconds. And finally a timeout by the Lions. A couple of plays will decide this game. Cardinals defense, stand up. First down, we got the hit on Jared Goff. Need another one of those. 6 seconds remaining. Second down, Goff holding, firing, got it! Touchdown! Sam Laporta! And now the PAT to try to take the lead with just 2 ticks remaining. Of course, we gotta ice the kicker, even on the PAT, because what are we gonna do with these timeouts? This is for the lead. Badgley, as easy as it gets. Cool under pressure. The Lions up by 1, and we need a miracle to win this game. This will be a deep kickoff, and we are going to let it go. And, oh, wait, hold on. Okay. No fair catch, and now we're at our own 6-yard line. The impossible just got even harder. Here we go. Last play of the game, barring a penalty. Middle of the field. It's a lateral to Marvin Harrison outside, running backward, and down he goes. The Arizona Cardinals will stay winless in 2024. 58 points was not enough on this day as the Detroit Lions steal one in the final seconds of the ball game. I mean, all you can do is laugh, man. Like, the way we've been losing games, it's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. Like, fumbling on the onside is definitely the icing on the cake, though, man. Like, fumbling at the half-inch line with Kyler is child's play compared to how we lost this game. I guess it's encouraging that we haven't been blown out, even though we're 0-3, right? And if you want to take positives out of something, but it's just like, hey man, at this point, this might be a lost season record-wise, and we're just out here developing our youngsters, which at least that's going well, because we did indeed get this dev story with Trey Benson, and now he's superstar status, so now we can put some nice abilities on him, and, you know, he's what, like a 79 or 80 overall. So I don't think I don't think he's an 80 overall yet. So at this point, like, there's no good abilities for us. We can put Energizer on him for now, but, you know, once he gets to 80, right, he's a 78 actually, then we can get him, you know, hopefully like Spin Cycle or something. But for now, it's just like, as you see, we got nothing to work with. But I mean, that's the Cardinals team in general. We got nothing to work with, but we're building on something. And right now, you're seeing the building blocks being established in a rather rough way. But hey, man, it's been fun so far. Like I said, man, I'm having fun with this. Despite the record, this is as much fun as you can have doing an online franchise and just trying to rebuild a franchise. So on that note, leave a like on this one if you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are liking this series so far, definitely leave a like on this one because I'll pump these out because, I mean, these games get played quickly in the CFM. So yeah, man, leave a like if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more, and I will catch you guys next time. Thank you, as always, for watching.